Good evening, everyone. We're here again with another episode of Agri Business Now. We would like to thank everyone who made a special effort to join us this evening. And to those joining us for the first time, we hope that you'll enjoy the program. On this evening's program, we have more information on our Agricultural Produce and Livestock Act, highlights of the Fisheries Summer Program, beach cleanup, and treasure hunt, and a feature on a workshop about land degradation. Then on to the How to Do segment along with the news and announcements. Please stay tuned, Agribusiness Now will be right back.
Did you know that the OECS Agriculture Competitiveness Project, otherwise known as AgriCom project, has been officially launched?
Well, it was. And the project aims at enhancing access to markets and sales for competitively selected farmers and fisher folks.
But to access funds, you must be part of a productive alliance.
So what is a productive alliance, you ask? It's a business arrangement between farmers and or fisher folks on one hand, and on the other hand, aggregators. Aggregators can be cooperatives, lead farmers, or marketers and agro-processors.
The project provides matching grants to a productive alliance. A minimum of 10 farmers or fishers and an aggregator, such as a lead farmer, a cooperative, marketer, or an agro-processor.
Farmers and fisher folk in Productive Alliance can receive up to $8,000, while the aggregator, lead farmer or fisher, cooperative, marketer, or agro-processor can receive up to $120,000. For more information, please contact Ministry of Agriculture, Richmond Hill at 456-1410 or 456-1111, extension 311 or 321, or email agricomsvg@mail.gov.vc.
Thank you for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, you're watching Agribusiness Now. On our first segment of the program, we will continue our quest to understanding more about the Agricultural Produce and Livestock Act. Mr. Noel Bruce, Legal Advisor to the Farmer Support Company, will be speaking to us about traceability of possession.
Today we will look at Section 16, and Section 16 deals with the tracing of possession of agricultural produce and livestock. Now, Section 16, subsection 1 states, if a person brought or appearing before a magistrate under this act declares that he received agricultural produce or livestock reasonably suspected of having been unlawfully obtained from some other person, or that he was employed as a driver, carrier, agent, or servant to convey such agricultural produce or livestock for some other person, the magistrate may cause every such person through whose possession or control such agricultural produce or livestock previously passed to be brought before him either by summons or by warrant, as the magistrate in each case thinks fit. This section is saying that if perhaps a person is brought before a magistrate and that person suspected of having in his or her possession goods that were not lawfully obtained, and that person named A, B, or C, those persons who that person named is expected to appear. As a matter of fact, they would be summoned. The magistrate would issue a summons or warrant to have those persons appearing before him or her. In previous recordings, I have discussed with us the importance of having in your possession and using it the certificate of purchase or a book of receipt. Now, these instruments, they may seem to be very time consuming. They may seem to you as a waste of time, and you may find them to be bothersome, but they are for your protection. Now, if you issue on delivery of whatever agricultural produce or livestock, if you demand that the person who you are obtaining or you are receiving these goods or livestock from, if you demand a certificate of purchase or a receipt, you are acting within the act, and therefore, as far as you are concerned, you are receiving these goods or livestock lawfully. However, you must ensure that whenever you are accepting goods or livestock, whether you are paying for them or you have some kind of arrangement, or you are just delivering the goods on behalf of another, that you have one of two instruments. You should either have a copy of a certificate of purchase or a copy of a receipt, and ensure that the person who is delivering the goods to you, or who you are getting the goods from, or you're buying the goods from, they are in possession of a valid farmer's ID. It is in your interest. So as a purchaser, you or someone who is collecting goods on behalf of another, you should ensure that the person you are getting these goods from has a valid farmer's ID, and it is your right to look at it, to say, let me see your farmer's ID, or let me see your certificate of registration, so that you cover your end of the bargain, so that even if those produce or livestock pass through you, you are able to show traceability. You are able to show that you obtain these lawfully, that you comply with the act.
On Friday, July 2019, participants from the Fisheries Division Summer Program participated in two activities: a beach cleanup and a treasure hunt at the Bayabu Beach. Vilbert Jack of the Communications Unit has the details.
Held under the theme Changing Perception Through Fisheries Education, the 2019 Fisheries Summer Program culminated on Friday, July 19, 2019. The week-long program, which commenced on Monday, July 15, 2019, saw a number of activities which included a hike and fishing expedition. Speaking on the final day of the program, Senior Fisheries Assistant Ernie Bracken gave a summary of the day's activities and a synopsis of the week-long program, while appealing to the general public to be more sensitive to marine life habitat and to act more responsibly with regards to littering their own general surroundings.
Today's activity is the beach cleanup, and we add a little spice to it. We put together a hunt, and we had placed in some strategic positions safety equipment. We had also buried some turtle eggs, because this beach we are on at Bayabu is actually a nesting ground for our sea turtles. We still have to preserve and protect whenever our sea turtles come up to this beach to lay their eggs. Today we had the students actually taking up litter, and they actually find all those safety equipment we had buried, hidden: a life jacket, radio, compass, nets. We had them retrieving all of these. So it was fun for them today, and they actually enjoy themselves. Basically, we started this program on the 15th, Monday the 15th July, and we ended today. We actually had presentations on careers in fisheries on day one. There were presentations made by members of staff on different topics. The following day, the Tuesday, we had an activity at the fish market in Kingston where they were taught how to fillet fish and also to vacuum pack that fillet fish. On Wednesday, we had a hike with the Forestry Department. We hiked from Montreal Gardens and we ended that hike at the Brighton Beach in Saltpond. The concept is to show that link between forests and our aquatic life. So whatever is impacted negatively in the forest, it also has a negative impact on our aquatic life. So that was done on Wednesday. Yesterday, we had a very exciting activity where the extension unit within the Fisheries Division spearheaded a fishing competition with the students at the Kingston Fish Market jetty. And also they were enthusiastic and excited. And then today, the final day, we had our beach cleanup along with our treasure hunt. We are appealing to the general public not to litter on the beach. And not only on the beach, not to litter, within their communities, because whenever there's heavy rains, there's flooding, all of these ends up on our beaches and it creates a problem. It hinders our sea turtle nesting areas because whenever they come up to nest, they can get trapped in all of these litter. And we're just appealing to the communities to dispose of their garbage properly. Do not throw garbage over the banks, in the rivers, because everything ends up in the sea. And it has a negative impact on our aquatic marine environment.
The program culminated with beach cleanup and treasure hunt, where the participants took time out to locate safety equipment relative to safety at sea. Let's now hear from some of the participants who participated in the beach cleanup and the treasure hunt for safety equipment.
Keep the beach clean because the sea turtles want to come and lay their egg. And keeping the beach clean is a good help.
I was on the coral reef team and we participated in the treasure hunt and also the beach cleanup. And in this area that is called Bayabu, we also learned that is the most place where the habitat of the turtle. So you have to keep it clean, and that is a request for y'all. So just keep the beach clean and so forth.
Well, what I noticed is that the beach here is like a dump yard. People mostly dump their garbage there instead of they put it in a garbage bin. I like to say, stop littering on the beach and start to put the garbage in the garbage bin, because that is what garbage trucks are made for.
Well, as I came here today, down here was very dirty. I didn't like it. So I came here to clean up the beach so that the turtles can come and lay their egg properly without getting endangered. And I would like to ask the people in the environment to stop disposing their garbage on the sea and dispose in a proper bin, dispose it properly so it wouldn't come and affect the turtles down here.
Thursday, January 18, 2017, St. Vincent and the Grenadines launched the Land Degradation Neutrality Target Setting Program, which is the national response to the Sustainable Development Goals target on land degradation neutrality, which is managed by the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification and Land Degradation. On the 23rd July 2019, the Forestry Department within the Ministry of Agriculture held a workshop in preparation for St. Vincent and the Grenadines National Land Degradation Neutrality Target Setting Program for the upcoming conference of parties to be held in September 2019. Here is Mr. Fitzgerald Providence, the Director of the Forestry Department, to give us a brief overview of the workshop.
Now, this process has been an ongoing process that is initiated through the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. And it's all about achieving targets under Sustainable Development Goal 15, and specifically 15.3, that looks at reducing land degradation, which means that we need to keep our land productive, because productive land is good for food security and also for maintenance of the ecosystems and the life that keeps us as humans living on the earth. So we're here to look at validating those target sets so that we can, as a country, be better prepared to protect our land, to reduce land degradation, actually, to achieve that land neutrality target that is set under the Sustainable Development Goal that we are supposed to be achieving by 2030, which gives us just over 11 years to achieve these targets. So it's important that we are here. We have members of the Forestry Department, but also we have persons from the other organizations, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Sustainable Development. We should have some other civil society organizations such as the Red Cross and also AICA from a regional point of view, but due to, I guess, competing workshops, we have not had that. But we, in the process of ensuring that when we finish here, we'll be communicating with our stakeholders, because there was a working group established that will be looking at these targets, and then they have to be presented through the ministry to cabinet so that they can be approved. So it's a work in progress, and we hope from this workshop we'll be able to continue to develop the process where we achieve our targets for land degradation neutrality. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a signatory to the United Nations Convention to combat desertification. And persons would say, oh, well, we are in a tropical country, but we have rains and so on, but we are in a vulnerable country. We may not become deserts, but we can degrade our land. So the convention is not only about desertification, which is totally dry areas that are devoid of much vegetation. It's about dry lands and land degradation. And land degradation can be caused by a lot of our bad practices in terms of bad farming practices. We fail to protect our land, particularly with coastal land, and with the incidence of climate change, which causes variation in our annual climate, our weather systems. What we do to our land can cause it to be more vulnerable to degradation. That means the loss of the productivity of the land. In that if you have your land and you remove the vegetation, you remove everything from it, you make that land less productive. And productive land does not bring benefit to the country. So we are not too much concerned about desertification in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our Grenadine islands are drier islands, but we are more concerned about degradation, which is the loss of productivity of our lands.
Here is St. Lucian Miss Andrina Abraham, country consultant for the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification Global Mechanism.
My input today is to engage stakeholders from various agencies with our key stakeholder, which is the Forestry Department. We're here to review the data and then develop what is commonly known as a set of targets and measures in achieving the land degradation neutrality by 2030. We will engage our stakeholders. Any problems with the data, we will discuss it, and we will go back to the various agencies and to create, to enhance further discussion with regards to the initial project.
Please stay tuned. Our How to Do segment is up next. You won't want to miss this one.
Water. It is 75% of the Earth's surface, yet it is scarce in some places. It's 70% of our body's mass, yet many do not drink that 8 glasses per day. The forest plays an important part in the water cycle by protecting our watersheds. Water is life. protect the forest, preserve life.
On today's How to Do segment, you will learn how to make sweet potato croquet. Here are the news and announcements.
Cattle farmers from Fancy to Peruvian Vale who are interested in commercial cattle production are asked to contact the Newgrounds Agricultural Station at 4511683. That's 4511683.
We've come to the end of yet another program. I hope that you enjoyed it. For more information, feel free to contact us at the Communications Unit within the Ministry of Agriculture at telephone number 456-1111, extension 312 or 472, or email us at citumaf2@hotmail.com. Remember, you can view more of Agri Business Now programs on our YouTube channel, Agri Business Now St. Vincent, or like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/agribusinessnow, to get more updates. Until next time, I am your host, Nakita Samuel. Thank you for viewing and do have yourself a wonderful evening.